Hey everybody, I wanted to talk to you about living with anxiety and how we can kind of change that in our favor. So, I found in my experience that a lot of my mental suffering comes from labeling things as good or bad. So, I could be having a heightened state of reactivity in my body, and then I have these thoughts. Why is this here? Oh my God, this is horrible. You shouldn't be feeling this way. And that fuels it to a whole other level of hell. So I'm doing double whammy work, right? Not just the reactivity in my body, but also the analysis, the judgments that I impose on those feelings. And what I found is that if I just remove the judgments, or I just kind of sift away from those thoughts that are rampant and house myself within my body and just non-judgmentally feel where I'm feeling the sensations and what it feels like, kind of like you're entering a sensory experience. If you can start to label it as, okay, this is just feeling without the mental commentary, it actually kind of calms things down quite a bit. So next time you're in a state of heightened reactivity, instead of fighting it, oh my gosh, what does this mean? Why is this like this? I shouldn't be like this. You see how like negative and judgmental that is, and how that's just a whole other level of unnecessary pain that you're adding to the experience. If you can learn to sit with it, kind of like you are energy in motion, like just like particles and atoms are buzzing and moving around, we can equate that energy like in our body. It's just energy and it just has to go somewhere. So, another way of looking at your heightened reactive state, right? Instead of seeing it as a bad thing, like removing the labels of good and bad, and just like this is just what this is right now. This is how my body, this is the current energetic state of my body. Where do I feel this energy? Removing judgments like good and bad and seeing that as like unnecessary classification system that we came up with. If you can try not to judge the experience or try to notice your judgments. Now, I'm not trying to should you out of not judging yourself, but kind of like noticing how judging doesn't help the situation but amplifies whatever's going on. So if you can just take it at the root and be in your body like, oh, okay, my body's in just this heightened state right now. How can I create? What can I do with this energy? Right? And then this moves on to my next point, which is like anxiousness and excitement could be the same thing. It's all how you want to work with the energy. You can assess it as being like, because sometimes the body doesn't know the difference between being nervous and excited. If you're going on to presentation, a lot of times people will be like, oh, this is just excitement. You can work with that better than if you put a negative label on it, like I'm anxious, right? All it is energy. Your assessment is what drives the issue or the suffering. So if you remove that judgment and you're just like, all right, this is just energy, this is excitement, I can put this towards something and move with it. That could also be a very helpful tool. So, in summary, removing the judgments, the good and bad, shoulds and shouldn'ts, and just sitting with what is going on in this moment. And you can bring a mindful attention to that. And, it doesn't really matter if you're in this heightened state for a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, an hour. Because once you remove those labels, those are just a distraction from you just to be with yourself. So if you are like, you can just sit with it. There's no fear in that state. It's not a problem. It's just how the feeling, the energy that's there. Classify it as energy. And it becomes a whole lot less threatening. Okay. I hope this helps. I will talk to you soon.